Hey everyone, this is the Noble Artist here, and today in this quick little update, well, I don't know if it's going to be quick or not, but in this update I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I just gutted out of a computer, an old computer that my roommate gave me, and I got some cool stuff out of it, and just wanted to let you guys know what was in there, and then some cool things that you can do to find pieces and parts to use for your customs. One other thing is that I just finished my table for my gaming stuff. I'm going to get that set up. That's going to be another update when I get it all finished and all that cool stuff. And another thing is, it's a really big storm of brewing outside. It's hard to tell because the light makes it look all bright and sunny outside. But it's super windy. That power cord is all like waving back and forth. So I might lose power today, which isn't too exciting. I'll have to go to Walmart and stock up on bread and all that fun stuff. So, so I took this thing apart and I found some pretty cool things. And for those who don't know, a lot of stuff that I do use for my customs, pretty much all the stuff I use for my customs are just, other than paints and things, I find just pieces and parts and random stuff. That's kind of how I got started. My brothers and I, we just started going through things, and my brother started taking apart like clocks or like alarm clocks and watches and small things like that. But anyway, some of the cool things that I found in here were these cables. And the cables alone can be used for cool features. You can use them to connect backpacks and whatnot. But they also come with this little knob on the end. And that's like the perfect size for a backpack for a clone, or even if it's not Star Wars, it's still a good size for a backpack piece. So those are really awesome. It also had a lot of this like orange, almost like a futuristic material, because it has these lines in it. It's almost like Tron with orange. You can't really see it on here, but they have, I'm not sure if it's either in the light, but it has these really cool lines that go through it, like circuit boards. It's almost like an orange circuit board. It's really good. So a lot of that kind of stuff. This I might try to make into a gun. It's a little bit heavy, but it might be a cool like plasma can or something like that. This stuff is bendable because it has metal in it, so it's really good for hoses and, or not hoses, but like clips and stuff for heavy guns and whatnot. So just a lot of stuff like this. I mean, almost everything has something like this in it. But it has a lot of pieces for like backpacks and belts and just accessories and stuff like that. It has some springs, and then of course these little things here that I attach to the bandolier, and I also attach these to the belts. And it's kind of hard to see because it's so much stuff here. But all these little pieces are really good to use for that. They're on circuit boards, so pretty much any piece of technology would have some of these. Maybe some, I mean, there might be a rare case where it doesn't, but a lot of pieces of technology have circuit boards with this stuff on it, which is really cool. One of my favorite things are these pieces, because it's kind of a bigger piece, but they're coming off different shapes and sizes, but it has two parts. If I can get it with my hand, I'm going to set my camera down. If it stays, it's probably going to do a face plant. Okay, so it does have two parts to it. That's kind of hard to do. But it comes apart. So this part can be glued to the backpack, or vice versa, and then glued to another piece like a weapon or just anything, and you can do a really cool feature with that because it does come apart. And it had several of these in here, so I have a couple different sizes and shapes of that. This here is a bigger one, but it's really nice to have that feature. This I can't take apart because it's got some really small screws, but this was the center, that's the eyepiece I really want. It has some cool technology. This is for the CD drive, and I really want to break into that, but it's pretty solid, so I need to figure out how to get into that without destroying everything. It also had these really cool things on the back of the screen, which I'm not sure if you can see. That really cool green. Woo! So those are really thin, but they can be cut up and glued on the stuff. Really good accent pieces. And then also the back of the actual screen of the computer. This might hurt your eyes. Whoa! But it came with this, and it looks a lot different in person because it has this really cool like shiny tint to it. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it came with like several of these, which is really cool. But it's a cool material. It's hard to tell for the camera, but it is really neat. And then some springs and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff I do use comes from this type of thing, and also it has some of these, which they're big and haven't used them yet, but they click. So if anything else, those are just really fun to push down and click. But that's kind of what I use. I had these in my older pieces that I use. I have this bucket full of them, and this is like probably 80% of what I use on my customs is stuff like this. I put the armor on, and then I accent it with these type of things, and then I have a little bit of I have like cards and stuff that I use for things. These, you can cut this up really easy. It's really thin. It's plastic, so it's really nice for like belts and stuff. I already did a tutorial on that. And then of course there's like jewelry and random things that you can get pieces from. But this, I'm doing this one because I took apart a computer, and it's a little bit different. So I did get a lot of other pieces, but it's been a while since I got those pieces out. So a lot of them are used, a lot of them are here. And then there's some cool pieces that you can find uses for. These metal rods. I might be able to bend these, which would be cool. And then this is kind of like a mesh material, which is really cool. I'm going to try to use this for a knight, make it look almost like chainmail or something like that. So that's going to be really fun. And yeah, so I know I haven't posted an actual custom in a while. I am going to do Batman the Dark Knight. I've been tampering. I might do it on this body just because I want the undersuit. Because I might do the one with the armor because that's a pretty cool one. I'm trying to tamper around, figure out how to use this clay. This sculpty stuff is kind of complicated, or it's really sticky. It sticks to my stuff, and I need to find out. There's stuff called green stuff, and apparently it was supposed to be at Walmart, but it's not. So I need to figure out where to get that because that's pretty good. But I do have this other clay. It just dries in the air, and it's kind of brittle. So I need to figure out how to make it thicker. Or just I think once I glue it on, it'll be better. But I did make some pouches, so I need to figure out how to do Batman's gear, and I'm going to make him. Don't worry, it's going to come out. But that's going to be a process, and I might try to work on projects in between that, so you might see some other customs in between Batman. And I will work on my squad. I'm going to try to do them in the order, work on some modern warfare stuff, or modern soldier things. And once I get my gaming channel figured out and set up, I'm also trying to figure out my name. I thought I had it, and there's just a lot of ideas for it, and I've had Epic Gamer, Elite Gamer, Noble Gamer, and my actual screen name is Mr. Pockets. So if you could let me know in the description what sounds good to you guys, and I will take your suggestions. But I do have some options and some ideas, and I'm trying to figure out which one to do. And once that's done and I get all my stuff set up behind me, then I'll probably do a review or a video on that channel. But I'll put a link down in the description, so go check it out. There's only one video on there basically telling you guys that I'm starting the channel. But hopefully I'll get some content coming out soon, because I got my, it's over there. I'll show you later. My microphone, my Yeti. That thing is heavy. But yeah, thank you. I'm talking so fast, I'm like tripping over my words. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hitchhike it. If you learned anything about what you should use for your customs, that's awesome. Let me know down in the description what you want to see next. And if you're the first person to leave a comment on my video, you'll get a shout out right up in here. Don't forget to fist pound the subscribe button, because it helps me out a whole lot. And it helps you be the first person to see my video, which helps you out. And that's about it. Y'all have a great, awesome, super fantastic day. God bless, and I will see you later.